Okay, we're live. Right on. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Tom and Lori, thanks for coming. Um, just stopping by to say hi. We're doing our Happy Thanks Mass with our daughter and her family. Well, that's nice. I guess you go to church for that, or do that at home? Anyway, I just decided to do a live like 5 minutes ago, so I don't know if anyone will show up, but thanks for dropping by. Oh, at her house. Right on. That's her house up. I get that. We'll have a good time. It's funny, last night when I tried to do this, I had so many problems. And today I just turned it on and it works. Oh, yeah, going south down to Christmas Island. Okay, guys, well, you can wander off. That's fine. Just let me know if you're going so I don't babble into an empty echo chamber. We ate. Oh, we're in Bronte Provincial Park. We're in our favorite spot. This is where we spend most of our time in the summer because it's a provincial park, which is like a state park in the US. And I have a handicap and I get in here for half price, which is great. And we spend months on end here for about $800 a month Canadian. So that'd be like $500 a month US. And it's a beautiful park. We've been coming here for years. We call this our home base. We always take the same spot. Everybody's wondering, how do they always get that spot? You got to book it the exact day it becomes available. See if I can find you a picture of our spot here. I can't really seem to find anything. You can never find a picture when you want one, you know? What is that? Oh my God. So a week from today, you must be anxious. I was watching your video and you are cold. And your t-shirt says, I am cold. I can understand that. You guys are like Carol and I. Every day I'm talking about how cold I am, and she keeps going like, "Give me a break. It's beautiful out there." Still learning how this thing works. I'm looking for my join the show link. Where do I find that? No, not there. Wow, Monday and Tuesday you get snow already. Our daughter's in Calgary. She got snow this morning, but that's a long way north from where you are. That's okay. You like the snow. You and Dave. Oh, that's something I can show you is where we'll be spending our winter. Where did I put those pictures? That's our winter spot. We'll be there for, it was 24 this morning. Wow, that is cold. What are you at a high elevation or something? Anyway, that's us in our winter spot. That's before it snows. And this picture here is the worst it was last year. Not last year, but when we stayed there during COVID, that was the accumulation of the winter. 5,500 feet. No wonder it's snowing there. Wow. What is my elevation? What is 138 meters in feet? We're at 452 feet here. Just a little lower than you guys are. And we're very close to a couple of very large lakes, the Great Lakes, which moderates our temperature for sure. When we are in this spot, we get hooked up to a 400-pound propane bottle. Like that. And the guy comes and he checks it twice a week to see if there's 40% or more in it. If there's less than 40%, he tops it up again and sends us a bill. But most of the park has propane bottles beside their rigs. It's a very popular place to be in the winter in Canada for people that stay in Canada. And it's perfect to have propane hooked up to you right there like that. And it's a 50 amp service, full hookups. Got a heated water hose that goes down. It's like almost like a well beside us with a cement cover. And it works out good. And our sewer lines, we hook up with ABS plastic. We use 3-inch ABS to have a nice smooth chute into the well. Hey, Fred, thanks for coming. Sorry, I missed you in Florida last year, Fred. We just get busy with all of our friends in Thousand Trails there, Orlando. What, it's not Fred? You got to be kidding me. Well, how about the big reveal then? Bill, oh my God, no kidding. Bill and Missy. I should have known that. How are you guys doing these days? What is that?
The nails.
I don't know what you're doing. Okay. I'm online here and Carol's making weird hand signals to me. She's trying to tell me something she's watching on TV there. Okay, see you, Tom. Have a good night. Bill, what have you been up to lately? Do you ever come on these live shows, Bill? I'll put a link in there if you want to come up. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Oh, really? You got mold on your rig? Wow. Is that from sitting or just a lack of cleaning, or must be from sitting, eh? She wants her mummy's treats. Lexi's very demanding at dinner time. First she gets her food, and then she gets her treats. And then she'll eat a little more food, and then she'll get more treats. She's a spoiled dog, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll take that winter picture off there. No need seeing that. Oh, I see. It's a film they put over the paint, and the water gets behind it. So is it right underneath, or is it like the lower part of the panels? Are you guys traveling, or are you home? At the front end. Is that from traveling or sitting? Like, I've never heard of that before. Yeah, so anyway, I put out a video today about Starlink. We've had Starlink for 4 years now, and we think it's fantastic. And I made a video about, I kind of compiled all the videos previously I'd ever done about Starlink, and I put it all into one. Just the highlights of each video and links to go back and watch them if people want to. But we've had it for 4 years, and we started out with just the original articulated one, version 2, I guess. And we were blown away about how easy it is to set up. You just plug it in, and next thing you know, you're connected. And really enjoyed that. And we used it for years. And then I wanted to go mobile, so I bought the. I never really thought about committing to do that, but I went to Costco one day, and I bought the new version 3 of it, the standard version they call it, and had a little kickstand on it and everything, you know. But anyway, it was on sale for $200 Canadian, so maybe 140, 150 US. So I had to snap it up. It was a good deal. I had it for a couple of months, and then I committed to putting it on the roof. And once I did that, that was life-changing because we have Starlink everywhere we go now, and we have internet when we're driving or stopped. The only time we really lose connection is when we go to a truck stop and fuel up because we're underneath a big canopy. But other than that, we're connected all the time. And another thing I really appreciate about it is the fact that when you connect, we used to use a cell booster from WeBoost, which you probably heard of. And the WeBoost cell booster used to help, but it was really annoying, and you had to try and figure out where the towers are, and who knows, right? You could hardly tell if it was ever helping. And then once we got the Starlink on the roof, we decided to switch to phone over Wi-Fi or cell over Wi-Fi, voice over Wi-Fi, whatever they call it. And ever since then, it's been great. We went to the East Coast this summer, and we traveled for 3 hours on a highway that is well known for not having any cell service or gas stations or telephones or nothing. It's the Plaster Rock Highway between Edmundston and where's that? Edmundston and Frederick. Anyway, it goes right through the middle of Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick goes right through the middle of New Brunswick, and it's 3 hours where you can't connect on a cell phone, no connections, and it's a very narrow road. If you ever broke down, you can't even pull off the road, which is a really scary thought. Lots of hills and corners, and trees are close in, and but we had our voice over Wi-Fi there or whatever working, and our daughter called us when we were about halfway through it. We talked to her for quite a while. We have no issues with a cell phone connection anywhere we go. It's really good. I've even found that Starlink, when I first got it, I used to get like 175 down or something like that, and I would think that that was a great thing. And now we get like 300, 350 down. It's just amazing the access we get. Right now, we're in the middle of Toronto and Hamilton, so we're in a pretty populated area. So, you with Starlink for RV, you get what they call deprioritized or whatever. So they'll cut your speeds down, and I'll just do a speed test on my phone here just to see what it's like. I don't know if that can be shown on there. Probably. Where's the number? Can't really see it. I'm getting 72 down, 95, 109, 129 down. Yeah, 129 down and 22 up. Right in the middle of the city with Starlink. It's weird that that doesn't show up very clear. But anyway, it works great. I got 129 down, 13 up, and a 34 millisecond ping. So that's pretty good. And between, like, Starlink is expensive. It's like $200 Canadian a month. But when you don't need you don't need any other plans. Like, you can stream with it and everything. We actually have a dish on our roof for Shaw Internet TV, and we hardly ever put it up and use it, but we use that login to log into all of the other TV stations like CNBC, NBC, whoever, Canadian channels, CBC, CTV. And you can use your login from Shaw Internet or Shaw Satellite to log into those providers and then stream all your favorite shows. So it's really a good thing. I can't imagine not having Starlink when you're traveling. I don't know what people do. But then again, in the US, you have towers everywhere. You really don't have any areas with no cell service unless you're heading up to Alaska, or I guess when you're out in the middle there. I know at Quartzsite there was no cell service when we were there. But I remember we were at Quartzsite. Somebody came there, and he was the only person there that had Starlink, and he gave his password away to everybody there, and we were all using his Starlink to surf the internet. It was amazing how well it worked. And that was back in the day before they had RV satellite. They just had residential satellite service, and he used to have to put in an address everywhere he went. He would try and find some address where there was space for him to log in, and the closest place he could log in was in Quartzsite, but we were out in, I forget what they call that. What do they call that park at Quartzsite where we, I can't remember. It's terrible. Age's a wonderful thing. But anyway, we were quite a ways from town, and it worked great. It happens to lots of rigs that have the issue. It's a pain to remove. Still have the over the cab area to do. So on our coach, we have kind of like a hard plastic coating on the front. I forget what they call that, but I can't remember what anything's called anymore. Maybe we have a hard plastic shell on the front, and we have a couple of chips in it, but it's to protect the paint. But I guess it's kind of like protecting stones and stuff like that from the front end. I guess that's what you have. Like you're calling it a film. On ours, it's more like it's a lot more than a film. It's almost like a piece of plastic. It's pretty thick. But yeah, we don't have any issues with that. It's cut out for around the headlight holes and all that stuff, but it's put on there pretty good. Duragard, something like that. Maybe it's not quite the same thing, but the same idea, I'm sure. Yeah. So I guess on short notice, not too many people know about me being online. I should have texted a few people, I guess. I did text you and a couple other people, but not a lot. I didn't put it out on Facebook or Instagram because I only decided to go online just a few minutes before 8. When I had heard that Dave wasn't going up, I thought, well, what the hell? I might as well go up. Everybody would be looking for a show tonight. Dave said he's going for a nap, so he might come back. Oh, you sent me a picture on my phone? Oh, you did. Look at that. Wow, that is something, isn't it? What a pain in the butt. So definitely the hardest part is peeling that crap off, right? It's off, you can buff it all up. Look at the front of Bill's coach there, up on top. That's all underneath the plastic.
Holy, eh?
Yeah. If anybody else online here, I don't know. I don't know why my phone doesn't show up. Huh, that is something. Like, I don't understand how the moisture gets behind it. Like, it's something to protect the paint, but then it allows water to get behind it. It just seems counterproductive. Huh. So it must take forever to scrape that off, right? Like, you got to peel it. You can't even scrape it. I guess you got to work it with like something hard plastic, like a credit card or something, right? Or do you heat that up and take it off? It certainly looks like a challenge. That's for sure. Well, we all have our challenges. That's for sure. Well, last night I was talking about all of the things that, all the breakdowns we had. We would go to the East Coast and back. It was like 5 breakdowns. I forgot the fact that our awning fell off too. We got a giant awning out there, right? I don't know. It's about 15 feet long. You know, the kind that come out of a Class A. They're the big ones. I'm sure you have an awning on your coach. And it's got an automatic retractable thing as well, right? Which was on. And we were sitting by the lake in one of our favorite spots. And it was a super calm day. There was like no waves on the lake or anything. And all of a sudden, a gust of wind came out of nowhere. And it lifted the awning up in the air, like almost up towards going over the roof, you know? And that's when they break off. Lifted it way up, and then it came down, and then it hit hard, and one side fell off. And it tried to retract, but luckily the side that fell off was the side with the motor. So it did not retract. But there it was hanging out there like that. And I'm thinking, my God, more wind is going to kill it, right? So I ran outside and I grabbed it. And Carol was with me, and she goes, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I said, I don't know. I'm just trying to hold it. It's so windy. I said, give me a ladder. And she got me a 4-step ladder that we have. So I got up on that, and then I could hold it in a way that was even with the other side. And we couldn't retract it or anything. And I just stood there for a long time wondering what to do. And I saw our neighbor at the campsite beside us. And I said, hey, bro, can you come over and help me? And he said, sure. And he came over and he said, what's up? And then he saw what was going on. He says, I just came out to check my awning. And I said, well, maybe you should go back and put it in. You know, no, it seems fine. It's not windy now. Just that one weird gust. And then the wind was really blowing at that time anyway. But anyway, he came over and grabbed the end that was loose. And I grabbed some tools and took the other end off. And then we managed to lower it down all the way, unwind it. And then I got up on the roof and then pulled it up onto the roof and rolled it up on the roof and set it flat. And then it was fine. And all I had was the two arms sticking out for, I don't know, a couple of days until I figured out what to do with it. And these stupid things, they got two tiny little screws at each end that hold the whole thing on. And at one end, one screw had broken off and the other screw cracked through the plastic because I guess it got loose or it went up and down. And so it fell off. So I got four self-tapping 3/16" self-tapping screws with a hex head. And I drove in four of them around each side at both ends. So that'll never happen again. You know, it doesn't look as pretty as the factory, but you know, the factory job, it doesn't hold out. That will hold. But we were really shocked by that. And that saved us thousands of dollars. I think those stupid awnings are like $5,000 or $7,000. I don't know, something really stupid like that. Because each arm is like $1,100 to $1,500.
Walter's on.
And oh, more people joining. Hi, Judy.
Judy and Walter.
All right. Nice to see you. We're having just a quiet live tonight. There's only a couple people here, and I'm just rambling on about RV problems. Don't we all have them, right? We're going to miss you guys this winter. We normally go down every winter, but not this year. We're going to stay in Canada. We're going to miss the whole crew. I've been thinking about writing a text message to everyone to the group chat just to say that, you know, we're not coming down and maybe we'll see you next year, but we'll see how it goes. We have quite a bit of travel plans lined up for us, though. This winter, we're staying in Milton, Ontario, which is not too far from here. And it's a winter campsite. We're going to have a large propane bottle hooked up to us. We're staying there for the winter. And then in the spring, we're going to go to the west coast of Canada. We're going to go to stop in Calgary for a little while. Our daughter is there. And then when she finishes her work term, we're going to take her out to BC, and she's going to go back to school in September of 26, I guess. She goes back to school for her final year. And then we're going to go to Vancouver Island, Victoria, and we're going to stay there for the winter. And we're going to get an oceanside spot there. It'll be beautiful. It does get cool. It's about 40 degrees there in the winter. And but it's very mild, right? And it doesn't rain like it does in Vancouver, Victoria Island, or Vancouver Island, Victoria area. It doesn't rain that much in the winter at all, which is surprising. And we're going to stay there for the winter and then head back to Ontario in the spring of 27. That's our current plans, unless things change. Just see what's going on in the chat. Oh, Carol's chatting in there. Here we go.
Yeah.
Do y'all know about Pam? No. What's going on with Pam? Is Pam okay? We haven't heard much at all lately. We get the odd, Cliff and I text each other every now and then. I'm asking about RV stuff, you know, but that's the only real contacts we have. We haven't heard from anybody.
Who's Pam?
Walter says we'll miss you also. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure of that.
Who was Pam?
We sure had good times in Florida.
I don't recall who Pam was. The skinny guys.
Carol's asking who Pam is.
Okay. Pam.
Because they can hear you anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think I know who
Wasn't
Pam
Pam
was.
the girl that came over in the golf cart that day talking to us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get Carol to call Pam. We don't know Pam. I don't think we do. We don't have her number anyway. I don't think you want to put it on here. You can text it to Carol. Ben's wife. Oh, yeah. Pam.
Oh, Ben. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My goodness, we had a live last night, and a good friend of ours was talking about how his sister's not doing well. You know, it's terrible how this stuff goes sometimes. But, you know, we all get older, right? And what are you going to do? We all can't be the image of health that I am, I guess. Having a Sprite tonight. And a Dr. Pepper. Oh, Walter says to call Judy.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping up on the comments here. Yeah, we haven't heard much from anybody from the crew at all. I gather if you're asking us about if we heard about Pam, I guess she's not doing well, which is unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Give her our best wishes. I'm just reading the chat. I'm sorry to smile, but oh no, lung cancer.
Oh, no.
Wow. Okay, Bill. Maybe you're not aware of what these Sprite cans are. Here, let me just pry this off here. This little cover here, this is just a hide the contents. This is a rum Mai Tai. I guess that's the French version. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here we go. A rum Mai Tai. But you put a little cover over it. Yeah, really sorry to hear about Pam. That's terrible. I guess she's going into treatments now. That's unfortunate. Well, we all get there, I guess. Judy says, I remember you doing that in Florida. You know my secrets, Judy. Yeah. We had a meal at Pam and Ben's RV right behind us there, right? And I remember saying, I just got to go back to my rig and get another Pepsi. And everybody laughed. I lost that Pepsi cover for a long time. Carol just found it again the other day. This is the best one because all the other ones have kind of like, you know, fake names on them. But this one actually says Pepsi, which is surprising. I don't know how they got away with that. And it's got all the listing on here. You know, it's 140 calories and the nutritional value. Yeah, hopefully things will change. We'll get back to Florida again. But right now we were planning out 2 years of travel in Canada. And then we're planning to actually go back into our house. Like I know all you guys live in your houses in the summer or in the summertime. Yeah. And then you go south in the winter. We're probably going to start doing that ourselves. But we've had our house for, I don't know, quite a while now. And we hadn't planned on buying a house until 2027. But, you know, we fell into the house. We fell in love with the house we bought. And we just had to get it. It was a good deal, a good price, in the perfect location. It was exactly what we wanted. I think I can pull up a picture of our house. Let's see here. Yes, I can. It's loading. There we go. That was the house that we bought by I don't know, by accident. We wanted to buy a house in this area, and we got the perfect little house, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, very small, about 800 square feet. It's perfect, easy to clean. It's on a nice lot.
Two
It's
bedroom, 1 bath.
yeah, and it's right across from the like we're in a
Community center.
we're in a park, and it's right across from the community center. And in there's like where everybody goes and plays cards and bingo and darts. Darts is big there. Yeah, there's pool tables in the basement. There's a swimming pool, shuffleboard. They got lawn bowling. They got a wood shop, which is great. The wood shop is better than the thing about selling my house and everything. Was selling all my tools, when you downsize. But now that we're in this park, I went to the wood shop, and they got better tools than I used to have. So I'm looking forward to using those. I don't know if I ever showed you guys the house that we used to actually live in. I think I got a picture of it here. This is the house we used to live in. We sold this to downsize. Is it coming up? Yes, there it is. Very slowly. But this was a pretty large house. We lived in Mississauga, Ontario. We built that from a very small bungalow into kind of a massive house. And it had a separate yard for the tenant on the side there. You can see one fenced in area in the front. Had a nice big porch, concrete driveway, 2-car garage. It was a great house. I think I got another picture of it here too. Let me see. We went right into solar. We designed the roof to be able to put as many solar panels as we could on it, because we really like that stuff, and the solar paid for our electricity every year. We didn't have any electricity bills. In the summertime, we made more money on the solar than our electricity cost us. In the wintertime, it wasn't as much, but it balanced out. Every year we'd make, I don't know, maybe $700 to $1,000 on solar or on electricity. That was the big backyard. Carol had her daycare there. We really had a nice setup there. Sometimes I miss it, but most of the time I don't. It's too big, too much work, and it's in a city with a lot of people. The house, this is a city which is in the GTA. There's, 5 million people in the GTA, 2 million in Toronto, something like that. It's a crazy number anyway. And our little house in Grand Bend there, it has 3,000 people in the winter, and it's a beach town, so it's very popular in the summer. You get about 50 to 70,000 people on weekends, depending if it's a long weekend or not. But the downsizing thing was great. We really enjoy having that little house, and we got a little creek going through the backyard. We actually have a water feature in the backyard, and it's really quite nice. Just like bought our first unit.
In 2010, I think he's trying to say.
I'm not sure.
Just like them.
Yeah.
They bought their first unit accidentally in 2010.
Oh, yeah. You're in a house for 3 years now. Yeah, you were full-time in for a while, right? I think Walter, I think he goes down to Florida longer than anybody else. He's like the first one to get there and the last one to leave. Nice. Oh, what else we got we can pull up here? Let me see. Be fun to watch Judy drive, right? I think Judy's smaller than you are.
Yeah,
right?
she's petite.
She's a small one there. Yeah, so I'm not sure about Judy and Walter. I don't know if you guys know that we went to the East Coast this summer. We went to New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and PEI. We actually had 3 rather large family reunions this year. It was the summer of family reunions. We went up north near the Sudbury area, Sudbury, Ontario, where we had a family reunion with my family. And then we went to the East Coast where we had a family reunion with Carol's immediate family, sisters, brothers, cousins, stuff like that. Then we went to another larger family reunion in the East Coast in Tabasantac is what they call the area, in New Brunswick. And all the people from that area return there once every 4 years to, they call it Old Home Week, where everybody goes home for a couple weeks or a week or whatever to visit the family back home. And it's a big deal because all of the people in that area, all of the family they have that have moved away, all come back there for that 1 week every 4 years. And it's quite something. Like you go to, an organized breakfast and it'll be in like a big arena and you'll have a breakfast and everybody sits with their family group, right? And every family there knows the names of the other families. They may not know the people, but they know the names, right? It's an interesting thing for sure. And it's called Old Home Week. And that was a good time. We went over the Confederation Bridge, which is also really something. Yeah, Carol got her license to drive the truck or the RV. It's a truck driving license. That's why I said that. But so she has their DZ. She can drive vehicles over 26,000 pounds and vehicles with air brakes. So she hasn't driven it yet. I've offered a few times, but she's more like being just a reserve person for, if something happens to me, like I stub my toe or something, and she needs to drive. Oh, we got 8 people online.
Oh, wow.
That's nice. A few people are chatting, but there's some people watching in the background. That's okay. If anybody wants to come online, I can put up a link here you can click on, and you can come online if you like. Let me just figure out how to do that again. Using this software is always a challenge for me. I was surprised at how easy I got online today. Normally it takes trial and error and hello and can anybody hear me and all that stuff. And a lot of echoing and feedback. And if you go back and watch the show we did yesterday, I think that about the first 5 to 8 minutes, it was just total confusion. But it was fun. We always enjoy doing that. Where's this link to come on here? I can never find these things. There's only so many options, but here it is. Okay, so I'll paste that in the chat. If anybody's got a camera on their laptop or whatever, or if you're watching on your phone, if you feel like coming on the show, you can just click that link and you'll come right up. You'll end up in the green room and you can test your mic and your camera and come on the show. It'd be fun to talk to you people live. Oh, we got 9 in the house. We might get up to 10. So a pretty casual show tonight, that's for sure. Didn't have a lot of plans. I did want to a friend of mine just texted me. He knows I'm on, but he can't make it. He's doing his laundry. How much fun is that, right? When you live in an RV and you got to go to the laundromat and do your laundry. That's why we like having a washer and dryer in the back and a dishwasher. And you wouldn't believe what we have now. We actually have a robot floor sweeper, and it comes out 3 times a day, runs all over the place, sweeps up all the floor. It just starts up and we move our chairs out of the way and try and be out of its way when it goes by. But, since we got that thing, like we have a dog, as everybody knows, and dogs shed. But since we got that RoboVac, there is no dog hair anywhere at all anymore, which is great. I don't know how many people have a RoboVac in their RV, but we do. We know how to camp. I guess that's officially glamping when you have a robotic vacuum. Can you post a picture? If you come in the chat, I believe. I think you have to come online to post a picture. I don't think you can do it without coming online. You could text it to me. You know my phone number. You know, I've talked to so many guys in RVs, and guys always say, I'm the dishwasher. And I guess Missy's your dishwasher, which is great. But it's just nice that you can just fill it up and it takes care of it. Well, Bill, you know very well about my dishwasher. You helped me put it in the rig when it got delivered. I bought one that was considered a second, and we got it. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it because it's supposed to have something wrong with it. And Bill noticed if you look at it a certain way, you can see a slight little ding in the door. I got it for half price because of that. We love it. Carol didn't want a dishwasher. And then when I installed it, one day, and she loved it. It's so handy, especially when you do, you run it every day. Everything you have, you just throw it in there every day, and it works great. But the automatic vacuum, that's definitely that's the deal breaker right there. That's fantastic. People are texting me on my phone there. Wow. I didn't know that. Walter no longer has an RV.
Yeah. He crashed it.
Well, that's what it says here.
Yeah.
Wow, how did that happen?
He totaled the back.
Is that what the picture is that you want to send us?
Yeah, I think so. Since Walter messed up the RV and the insurance totaled it. So we have no RV now. Hopefully we will get another.
Right. Wow, that's unfortunate. So if you don't have an RV, you're still going to Florida this winter? That's a question. Was that an old Monaco? I think you had a Monaco too, eh?
I think so.
I'm not sure. I know most of them have a Monaco. I know Ed has one, and Cliff's got an Integra. And my phone's buzzing.
Oops.
Wow, I'm really sorry to hear about your RV. I hope everyone's okay. Nobody got hurt.
A Newmar. They had
A Newmar, right. Yeah, they had that for a long time, right? Huh. Well, I hope another one falls into your lap.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we ended up getting this one. It kind of fell in our lap. Oh, Walter, you don't have my number? I think I can text you. Let me see here. Oh, boy,
my phone is dead. I'm trying to.
I'll plug it in.
I know, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be working. I don't know why.
I'm just looking at the last messages we've written. Judy writes, Hey, Gary, this is Judy. Walter's going to the dumpster. Do you have any trash? Good times. Just put my phone number in here. It looks like I texted that to Walter and Judy.
Okay.
Wow, so no rig. So no Florida, or is there Florida?
I don't know. They'll have to buy another rig, I
I
guess.
drove it over 1,500 miles. Geez, you couldn't have had it too long. I guess it's just from Virginia to Florida. It's not that far, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow, 40 grand for tearing off the back end of the RV. That's crazy. So I guess they paid you for it. They probably didn't pay you much either. Huh.
He pulled away from the gas
I'm
pump.
reading it. Yeah. I'll put it up. 20 years old. Ours is getting there. It's 11 years old now. Ours is still under warranty. We keep renewing the warranty. And my God, they're fixing stuff on this thing all the time. It's just crazy. We went to the East Coast this year. We had 2 slide out motors go. The awning fell off. Hydraulic hose for the power steering blew. 48-foot hose had to be replaced. I can't even think of everything that happened. I don't know. More stuff. Just lots of stuff. Just always. Oh, the rear AC blew. We're getting that replaced tomorrow. And of course, anything that's RV related is expensive. So I guess the insurance had to pay for the fuel station damage too, right? Well, I see there's 9 people in the house. And we only got a couple people chatting. Anybody else want to say hi in the comments? Just say hello. Love to chat with you. Let's see if I can pull up some other pictures here. What else we got in the little magic box here? My alarm just went off that Dave's show should be on, but I think he's sleeping. Let's see what I got here. Do.
Glenn Johnson.
Hey, Glenn, how you doing? Do we know Glenn, or are you new to us? If you're new, welcome. Where are you from? I know the rest of the people in the room that I at least chatted with are either from Virginia or Florida. I'm just looking for some pictures to put up here. Keep it interesting. I got some family reunion pictures. I don't know if I should put those up, though. What else we got here?
Oh, he didn't hit the pump. Service advisor at Glenn.
Oh
Service
my God, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Glenn,
Oh,
you
wow.
retired. You know what? You weren't supposed to retire because you were the greatest guy. You took care of us so well. I can't believe it. That's amazing. So we've been buying Jeeps for a long time, or a while, but we had vans, quite a few vans. Excuse me. And we always took our vans to the dealer because, I don't mean to offend Glenn here, but it's going to be expensive, but they're not going to use aftermarket parts. It's going to be all top-notch stuff. And there was always a few service advisors at the Chrysler dealership we used to go to. And Glenn was our guy. When we went there and Glenn wasn't there, we would just come back another day. Or if we called and someone answered the phone, we would say, "Can we talk to Glenn, please?" Because this guy took care of us. Like, he was a great guy. It's hard to believe that, you could feel so much about a guy that just booked you into a service center to do work on your vehicle, right? But he was a great guy. And I've told other people this as well, without you being in the room, of course, Glenn, but you're always a great guy. We're so happy to see you. And when you retired, we were happy you retired, but we were very sad. And I don't think we've actually been back to that dealer since, right?
I don't think so.
No, we haven't. No, we moved out to Grand Bend.
I was there once, I think.
Yeah, Carol went there once. I think we went there once and we found out you weren't there anymore. But yeah, retired and moved to Sarnia. Oh, you're not far from us. We're in Grand Bend. So what are we, about 30 minutes apart, maybe? 20 minutes? I don't know. It's not far. So glad to hear from you. I can't believe it. I don't know how you ended up here. Do you follow our channel at all? Or like, how'd you end up here? Maybe you see us on Facebook? I don't know. Great to hear from you, though. That's unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to show up next? My school teacher from grade 6 or something? Wow. So how's your retirement, Glenn? What'd you do? You're in Sarnia. Did you buy a boat?
He follows you.
Yeah. You got a boat? You're in Sarnia. You must have a boat, right? Actually, in Sarnia, there's a lot of communities in there. Did you buy into a community park or just a house? Or yeah, what are you doing there? That's interesting.
No boat yet, he says.
No boat yet. We went and looked at boats in Sarnia. I don't know if we want to admit to that, but that seems to be the thing you do. You buy an RV and then you move to a boat after, right?
You bought a house.
Yeah. Nice. Good for you, Glenn. Glad to hear it. Yeah, we went to Sarnia. There's a marina there. I can't recall what it's called, but went and saw a couple boats. We saw a 55-footer and a 50-footer and anything smaller than that. We were looking for boats to live on and maybe do the Great Loop. I don't know if you heard what the Great Loop is, but you can actually take go to Chicago and you can take rivers and locks and everything and end up in the Gulf of Mexico or America. And then you can cross over to, or go around the Florida or through it, and then come up the East Coast and go through the Great Lakes. And you can do a whole loop there, and it takes a year to do it. So in the summer, you're in Canada, and in the winter, you're in Florida or Bahamas. And a lot of people do it. We looked at that, but it's way too expensive. But we do have the craving to possibly have something that we could sit on the Great Lakes in the summer and pull it up on the hard in the winter and stay in our house. That would be nice. It's a thought. Always looking for something like that. Just as something to change it up, We love the RV. Like, look behind me here. Look what we're living in. It's beautiful. It doesn't get much better than this. And lots of room, lots of power, goes anywhere. We've been around Canada. Oh, here, I'll pull up something for you to see there, Glenn. I'll show you our travel map of places we've been. This is stuck on the side of our RV. So we've done these, all of these places in the last 4 years. So we haven't been much in the middle there, of course. but we've been right around the US, right across Canada. Our first big trip was from the Great Lakes, from the Toronto area out to Vancouver, and then down to California and over to Florida and up. Went to Florida a couple times after that in the winter. We came north from Florida and knocked off a few states going back up to Canada there this year. And then this last winter, I should say. And then this summer, we went to the East Coast and we put the Quebec and New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and PEI stickers on there. You can barely see the PEI sticker. It's just a tiny little thing. But yeah, we're trying to fill in the map. But at this point, it doesn't matter anymore. We're happy with everywhere we've been. You know, big travel plans for the next couple of years, but nice. Friends came here. Oh, you got company showing up, Glenn? Really, thanks for coming by. That's great. Take care, my friend. Okay, 10 in the house. So we must have other people that are coming to the chat. Come on, people. Say hi. Love to hear from you. If you want to come on the show, I'll put a link up. You can come on. We're just having a casual live tonight. Usually there's a lot more going on than this, but we're just having a quiet live tonight. No real agenda. I was going to ask people what to do about RVs. Does anybody want to say, like, what is the favorite thing that you've ever done with your RV, or what is your favorite thing about the RV? What would be ours, Carol? What is our favorite thing about the RV? It's a tough one to say, right?
Yeah.
I think that my favorite thing is the amount of space we have. We have a lot of room, which is nice. Oh, there's Lenny. Yeah, we don't have the large ball of twine in Kansas on the map yet. No, we've missed that. But we did live it with your video, that's for sure. And I still remember the lady that talked to you there that day. She was very nice.
You're watching football?
Yeah. Oh, is there football on tonight? How are we doing on the football anyway? Are you beating Dave? Are you kicking his butt or what? I hope so. Somebody's got to knock him off. To those that don't know, I'm in a pool with some friends here that are also on the show here.
RV friends.
RV friends, yeah. Oh, I'm winning 114 to 113 right now. Wow. And Lenny's winning 159 to 137. Go, Lenny. Dave is 4-1 and Lenny's 4-1. So Lenny's going to go 5-1. Don't I play Lenny next week? I think I do. Let me look. Yeah, me and you next week, Lenny. And it's predicted that we both end up with 141 points. Can you believe that? That's going to be a tough week. Somebody has to take Lenny down, though. Don't forget that.
He's watching the Lions versus KC.
Right. Nice. We don't really watch it. We don't have sports channels or anything like that. We don't really watch it. I'd like to watch baseball, but we don't have that either. Baseball, the Blue Jays are doing so good this year. It's crazy. They just knocked out the Yankees. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, Lenny. Yes, you're winning. I know. That's great. Yeah, Lenny. Okay. So I did ask a question. What is the favorite thing you've ever done in your RV, or favorite place, or favorite upgrade, or what's the RV favorite? You too, Bill. Are you still out there? What's your RV favorite? Or Judy or Walter or anything like that. Most of us are RV people. Next week will be a nail biter. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I lost another guy today. I've had so many injuries this year. It's ridiculous. Like, are these guys football players? Like, are they men or mice? You're like, what the hell? guy's got a sore knee. Who cares? Just get out there and play the game.
Oh, Walter says he likes to travel with groups.
I didn't see that. Where's that? Oh, there it is. It showed up on mine late. Yeah, traveling with groups is fun. I know that just meeting up with the large group in Florida every year was great. I really enjoyed that. So did Carol. I always say, when we're back in Canada, I tell my friends we met this large group of people that we hang around with in Florida. And sometimes at meals, there's like 16 people, 12 people, whatever. And every time we go for dinner, we always go to someone's RV spot. And we all gather around. Everybody brings food. We sit and we eat. And then everybody goes home around 7:30, which is the craziest thing. But not used to that. But once you get used to it, it's great. You get to see all your friends every day for a couple hours and you go home and relax. And it's good times. I miss that a lot. I miss all you guys sitting on our clam tent there. That was fun. Yeah, good times. We'll get back there again. Maybe next time we go down, if you don't have an RV, we'll have to pick you up. Solar and batteries. I'm with you, Lenny. I'm with you. It is amazing, right? There's nothing like driving with your ACs running and on your batteries. That's amazing. Or just sitting there and you're bringing in solar, boondocking, and you have power. You can't run your AC or anything like that unless you want to run a generator. But if you don't need your AC or your heat, you don't need power. You have it. Carol says she loves cooking. That is a fact. And she is a great cook. I'm telling you. She loves cooking. Walter likes traveling with groups. I'm 100% with that. Lenny is the best upgrade of solar and batteries. That's for sure. I just love that upgrade. Bill likes visiting YouTube friends. I'm with you. Yeah, we did that twice with you guys. We got to do it again. I guess our best upgrade was solar and batteries. Yeah, we count on that all the time. We love it. It's really good. I don't know if you were online earlier, though, but Lenny, my three favorite RV comfort upgrades are of course, the washer and dryer, which came with the unit. And then I added a dishwasher, which is great. And then recently we added a RoboVac, and it just runs around and sweeps the floor 3 times a day. And now we don't have any dog hair anymore. And that's my favorite upgrades. I never thought, like I bought a RoboVac for the RV. I bought it for the house whenever we get back in the house because it was such a good deal. I said, I'll just try it out in the RV, make sure it works, and I'll put it in a box, put it away. It went around here the first time, and that's it. It's staying in here. We love it. I have it on the floor up there in front of the driver's seat. It sits right in that little cubby, so it's not in the way. And it just comes out and cleans the floor 3 times a day. Can't just pick one. I love the mountains, the desert, the ocean, and big balls of twine. That's hilarious. Yeah, mountains and ocean, eh? That's beautiful. I know you guys just did that trip to Alaska, and I ever since the first time I ever did the drive from Banff to Jasper, I can never get it out of my mind. And I always tell people, if you're going to go there, if you're going to go to Alaska, or if you're going to go to BC, you got to drive from Banff to Jasper. And you did that, and you understand it because it's unbelievable. And I'm sure that you saw some other things up north in Alaska that were great. But in Canada, that's the drive. It is something. I wouldn't want to do it in the winter. I saw about 2 weeks ago the snowstorm they were having there. It was unbelievable on the, what do they call it highway? Glacier Highway, right? Mm-hmm. Glacier Parkway, something like that. The snowstorm they were having there was just crazy. Judy enjoyed doing the Yankee RV tours.
Yeah.
Our favorite was the mountain music tour. Yeah, you guys all went in large groups. You guys went to Newfoundland one time, and I don't know where the places you went, but you guys went to quite a few places. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, traveling with a large group of RVs. That'd be great. We've only traveled a couple RVs with short distances. We've never done any long hauls with other people. You may want to turn one or two down and listen to one. What are you talking about, Carol?
No, I'm just talking to them.
Oh. You have you all on my TV, my phone, Judy's phone. The
I know.
sound first on mine, then Judy's.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, we're pretty popular at your house. Yeah. You got way too much technology going on there, Walter. You know what the funniest thing is? If you're with a large group of people, and like that chat where you have like 15 or 16 people, go into that chat and FaceTime the group. It's the funniest thing ever, because everybody comes on and they have no idea why. And the next thing you know, you're talking to a dozen people and they go, "What do you want? Why am I here?" Whatever. And because my mother, was it my mother that did that? Yeah, my mother accidentally FaceTime our family group. And the next thing you know, there's like 10 of us and they're all talking to each other on FaceTime. It was the funniest thing. It was done by accident. Yeah, technology is crazy. Icefield Parkway, that's it. He should know, he was just there. Did you put any videos out from that, Lenny? I'd like to see that. I don't see all your videos. They don't come up. Every now and then I go to your channel and watch a few. I don't know why. I don't see anybody's videos anymore. It's weird. I never get notified for Dave's show or anybody's lives. I go to your channels and I click, ring the bell and I select all, but I still don't get notified. Hope your subs are still growing. It takes a long time to get there. I think it took me about, 3 years, 4 years to hit 1,000. It was ridiculous. I don't know what I'm at now, 2,100 or something like that. YouTube's giving me a hard time because I haven't put out a lot of videos for 6 months. So they're threatening to demonetize me. But that's why I started putting out videos again, and I got to get back into it. I do enjoy it. I complain about it, but I enjoy it. Put a good one out today, I think, on Starlink. But so they're harassing me about watch time hours and whatever. I'm still getting 30 subscribers a month or whatever. But they're still, they want constant content coming out, right? So if anybody out there wants to run one of my playlists, I'd appreciate it. It would get my hours up. But that Starlink video I did today, that was a lot of work. I thought it'd be easy to just take 5 Starlink videos I've made and compile them all into one and share my experience from the first time I turned Starlink on to now having mobile Starlink and talk about the changes along the way. Well, that was a challenge. Oh my God, because, those videos were already chopped down to be as tight as possible. And then you got to take all those videos and then chop them down to one. Right? It was a lot of editing, but I got it done. I think I did okay on it. Yeah. I do enjoy it. I enjoy the, I just enjoy being online and having something to do with it. Plus, you get a few bucks from Amazon and a few bucks from YouTube every month, right? It doesn't hurt, but it's certainly not something you make a living from unless you're like the Wins, or Yumi in the RV or all those people. Oh, I don't know if any of you guys know the Getaway couple. Yeah, we met them in New Brunswick, and they went to go to Newfoundland this year, and they couldn't go because all the Canadians had bought all the tickets to go to Newfoundland. The ferries were booked like you wouldn't believe. So it was fun meeting them, though. They are exactly who you think they are. And they downsized. They had that big fifth wheel. And they downsized to a pickup truck with a camper in the back. They seem pretty happy. I don't know if I can go that small. That's crazy. You're climbing up into something the size of our bathroom every day and living in it. That's a little crazy. Nice people, though. Met several different YouTubers. It's always fun. It's fun to be recognized, too. We had the strangest thing happen in Southern California. We were at Wilderness Lakes, and we had bought some solar panels in Vancouver, and we had no time to put them on because COVID was going on. We bought these solar panels, then all of a sudden they opened the border. Well, let's go because it's already snowing here. So we headed down the States with the solar panels inside. And then we got to Wilderness Lakes in California. And I said, we got to get these panels up on the roof, and they're big. So we asked the guy beside us who I'd talked with quite a few times, can you help us put the solar panels up on the roof? And he said, sure, we can do that. I'll come by tomorrow with my buddy and we'll help you get them up. I said, perfect. So he came by the next day, and him and his buddy, and we're working on that. And he looks over and he goes, I know you. And you know me? Where are you from? I don't know you. And he goes, I know you. Are you on YouTube? Did you make a video about changing your slide toppers on your slide outs? And I said, yeah, I did. He says, I just watched that a couple of weeks ago. It helped me all the way. I changed my slide toppers by watching your video. And that was the greatest thing, really. That's way more than the peanuts you make doing the videos, you know? So somebody thanking you for putting out a video like that, right? I think a lot of people appreciate people that travel and put out videos about travel too, because it gives them ideas of places to go and what to do, right? But like your videos, Lenny, it's unbelievable how many places you go. Really. Like we were in Florida, and we were in the Keys, and we drove by this place called, what was it? The Dolphin Research Center, I think it was. And I went, I know that place because Lenny and Angela went to the Dolphin Research Center. We didn't go there, but we drove by there and saw it. I thought, that's amazing. Oh, I'm missing some of the comments here. Let's see. We started out in Nashville, Memphis, Arkansas, and then to Missouri. We stayed a while longer to visit the Waltons. Cousins Margaret and Cliff went with us. I believe they talked to us about that. That would be a good time. How many rigs was that? Because all those trips were quite a few rigs. I think more than a dozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lenny, I've been so busy doing stuff, I haven't made any videos lately. I have a lot to do when things slow down, and I'll start working on videos. You know what? Been there, done that. You know, you get busy and then you don't do it, and then you fall into a rut of not doing it, right? But I get it. It's YouTube burnout. It happens. I don't know how many videos you've made, but I think I'm around 185 or 187 or something now. That's a lot of videos. I think Dave's up around 475. That's crazy. Since Alaska, we spent a week in Glacier National Park, then a week in Yellowstone. Wow, that must have been nice. Actually, you know, I always look where you guys are. I know you don't probably look at us because we don't move much, but, you know, we follow each other on the map there, and I see where you guys are. And I always find it interesting. I back the map out, I put it in 3D, and I swirl around to see if you're in mountains or forests. I'm always interested in that. You guys travel a lot. It's very interesting. 15 or so rigs on those trips. That'd be awesome, eh? To travel with 15 rigs. Oh my God. What a good time. Talk about camaraderie. That'd be so much fun. We looked at that one time. Ben gave us some brochures or somebody from that group gave us brochures, and my goodness, it was expensive. But it included a lot of your stuff, right? But it just seemed like expensive. It seemed like a great time, though, that's for sure. Yeah, I think Ben was the leader of those tours, or at least on some of them. Yeah, good times. Anyway, holy cow, I've been on for an hour and 20 now. We still got 7 in the house. Maybe I'll call it soon. I do enjoy just sitting here babbling. Everyone throwing a comment every now and then. I'm good. I don't know how long people want to listen to me, though. Makes me wonder sometimes. But yeah. So we're here for, what are we at? 12th today. So we're here for another 14 days. And then we move to our winter park where we'll be spending the winter. Looking forward to it, actually. That's a really nice park. We really enjoy it there. Where we are is a really nice park, too. Ontario is great. It's just a beautiful country we live in. But we're in a provincial park right now, which does not have hookups. We have electricity on the site, 50 amp. And Lenny says you're quietly keeping an eye on us. I'm sure you are. Yeah. You guys are in Colorado now, right? You made it there last night? So what's up in Colorado? What time is it in Colorado? It's probably like 7:30, I guess, right? Yeah. My watch says I'm live on YouTube. Like, how does my watch know that? That's crazy. I know Dave was supposed to do a live today, and then he did one this morning, said he wasn't going to do a live. So I contacted him about, I don't know, 10 to 8 or something. I said, are you doing a live tonight or not? I texted him because I said, if you don't do it, I'm going to do it. And he said, nah, I wasn't planning on it. You go ahead. I'm going to have a nap and I'll drop by the show later. Yeah. Talk about a power nap. But that's okay. I'll never criticize people for having a nap because I've been known to have 2 naps a day and usually at least 1. A good day is a 2-nap day. Right, Lenny? I like to get up early. Like, I'm a 5, 6 a.m. guy. But I also like to have a nap around 11 and maybe another one around 3. The border of Colorado and Wyoming. Oh, yeah. Well, have you got players in that game tonight, or you just love watching football? How am I doing in football anyway? I got guys playing. Let's see here. Still 114 to 113. I'm 1 point ahead of Howard. How's Lenny doing? Oh, Lenny's 22 points up on Dave. Wow. You never know what'll happen, though. You never know. I thought for sure I had won last week, and I got my butt kicked. That's how it goes. Yes, Judy. It has been fun catching up. I guess I'm going to call it, guys. We've been on a long time. I could babble forever, but everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming on the show, and we'll hope to see you in the next one. And I'll definitely be sending texts around to everybody when we're having a show because I appreciate everyone coming on. It's always nice to chat with our friends. We're all so far apart now, and it's kind of sad sometimes, really, but we'll see you all in the next one. Take care. I'll put Fred's comment up. Night all. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.